US and UK promote nuclear energy cooperation during President Trump's visit. Master plan announced for high-tech forestry zone in north-central Vietnam. Manufacturing and processing industry drive economic growth.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news by Nghệ An Press and Broadcasting Agency. I'm Hoàng Yên, and here we go, the first step of the show. The UK government has announced that it will sign a cooperation agreement with the US to promote nuclear energy during US President Donald Trump's state visit this week. The deal aims to secure investments for new energy plants.
On September 16th, President Trump will begin a two-day state visit to the UK. During the visit, President Trump and Prime Minister Keir Starmer are expected to announce a nuclear energy cooperation agreement. This partnership aims to speed up new projects and investments, including plans expected to be announced by US nuclear reactor company X-Energy and UK-based Centrica to build up to 12 advanced modular reactors in northeast England. These significant commitments will put us on the right path toward a golden age of nuclear energy, helping to lower household electricity bills in the long run. Prime Minister Starmer said on September 15th, are expected to create thousands of local jobs. Among other investments to be announced is a deal involving UK-based Urenco to supply an advanced form of low-enriched uranium to the US market.
On September 14th, Ukraine just launched a large-scale attack using at least 361 drones targeting Russian territory. Ukraine described the operation as a successful strike, although the extent of the damage has not yet been independently verified.
On the Russian side, the Ministry of Defense claimed that all of Ukraine's drones, along with 4 guided bombs and 1 US-made HIMARS missile, were shot down by Russia's air defense systems. One of the key targets of the attack was the Kirishny-Nefteyorg-Zintez oil refinery, one of Russia's largest refineries, with the capacity to process around 17.7 million tons of crude oil per year, accounting for approximately 6.4% of the country's total refining capacity. This escalation comes as the US and Western countries increase pressure on Russia to limit its energy revenues. US President Donald Trump stated that the US is ready to impose additional energy sanctions on Russia, but only if NATO countries collectively stop importing Russian oil and agree to enforce the new sanctions together.
The master plan for developing high-tech forestry zone in the north-central region, covering 618 hectares and set to be built across 4 communes in Nghệ An province, was officially announced this morning by Nghệ An Provincial People's Committee.
According to the Prime Minister's decision, the high-tech forestry zone will be located in the communes of Bach Ha, Van Q, Phúc Loc, and Dong Loc. The project covers a total area of 618 hectares and will include 3 main functional zones: a center for high-tech forest seedling production, a high-tech processing zone for wood and non-timber forest products, a trading floor and exhibition area to promote wood and non-timber forest products. The development of this high-tech forestry zone marks a new phase of growth for Nghệ An's forestry sector and the broader north-central region. It is expected to help realize the goal of making Nghệ An a national hub for high-tech forestry. The provincial government has pledged full support for the project, including streamlined investment procedures, land access, infrastructure development, favorable policies, as well as support in human resources, science and technology, and trade promotion.
Upcoming are some updated news.
According to the latest report from the United Nations World Tourism Organization, UN Tourism, Vietnam and Japan topped the global rankings for international tourism growth in the first 6 months of 2025, each achieving a 21% increase. This impressive performance has helped Vietnam maintain its position as a standout destination in the Asia-Pacific region, despite ongoing global uncertainties. From January to June 2025, the Asia-Pacific region saw an overall 11% rise in international tourist arrivals. In particular, Northeast Asia recorded a 20% increase, driven by strong growth in Vietnam, Japan, and South Korea.
From September 14th to 21, 2025, a delegation from Vietnam's Ministry of Finance, led by Minister Nguyen Van Thang, will carry out official working visits to the United Kingdom and the Republic of Italy. This is part of the ministry's annual series of important activities aimed at strengthening cooperation in economic and financial sectors and attracting more foreign investment into Vietnam. During the trip, the minister will meet with financial and budgetary regulatory agencies, stock exchanges, leading international corporations, and financial institutions in both the UK and Italy. He will also chair and speak at the Investment Promotion Conference in London, UK, and the Investment Networking Roundtable in Italy. In addition, businesses from both countries will have opportunities for one-on-one meetings to exchange information, explore potential partnerships, and lay the groundwork for future investment and cooperation.
The Ministry of Finance has just approved a restructuring plan for investors and the development of the investment fund sector, setting a target of reaching 200,000 foreign investor accounts in Vietnam by 2030, 4 times the current number. After 2030, the number of foreign accounts is expected to continue growing at an average rate of 15% per year. This is one of 4 key tasks outlined in the plan to enhance the appeal and depth of Vietnam's capital market. To attract more foreign capital, the Ministry of Finance has proposed a series of comprehensive measures, such as simplifying administrative procedures and shortening the time required to open investment accounts, implementing a central counterparty clearing mechanism for spot securities, expanding foreign ownership limits in non-essential sectors, and more.
In the first 8 months of the year, the manufacturing and processing industry index increased by nearly 16%, remaining the main growth driver and making up a large share of the province's industrial production index. Not only are companies expanding production scale, but many are also investing in technology and deep processing to increase the product values. This is the key to boost exports and achieve sustainable development. More in the story today.
In the first 8 months of 2025, Nghệ An's industrial production index grew strongly, with the manufacturing and processing sector accounting for over 80% of the total industry value. Key products such as electronic components, pellets, milk, and various processed agricultural goods all saw impressive growth. Many companies have invested in modern technology, helping their products meet international standards and expand exports to Europe and Asia. Notably, many items have moved from simple processing to deep processing, significantly increasing their value multiple times.
Our company is focused on investing in farmers and modern machinery to reduce operating costs, which will be a key competitive advantage in the future.
The manufacturing and processing sector continues to lead in attracting foreign direct investment, FDI, with total investment reaching over $350 million USD in the first 8 months of the year. To capitalize on this advantage, Nghệ An aims to attract more high-tech projects, encourage businesses to innovate and embrace digital transformation, while aligning production with green standards and sustainable development. This will create a strong foundation for the sector to increase value, expand export markets, and contribute more to the province's economic growth. Timely understanding of technical standards for export products helps guide manufacturers and supports participation in trade promotion activities to expand international partnerships. The manufacturing and processing industry is confirming its role as the driving force of Nghệ An's industrial sector by boosting growth, expanding exports, attracting investment, and creating jobs for tens of thousands of workers. Strong growth since the beginning of the year has positively impacted the entire economy. However, continued effort is needed to sustain this momentum in the remaining months of the year.
Now is the end of the show today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye for now.